let's say Rigathi Gachagua gets to be president. A miracle happens and he gets to be president.
Okay, don't say what you think, but okay.
Yeah. A miracle happens and Kalonzo gets to be president. Or a revolution happens and your friend Sifuna gets to be president. The first question he has to deal with is the debt question. The second question he has to deal with is the economic question for Kenyans, especially the employment thing. The third question he has to deal with is balancing political interests. Now, one of these things must give way for the other to exist. For example, let's read from Senegal. Two gentlemen, popular, both of them. In fact, one not very popular, but now is the president. All going in with the question of change. All of them are in agreement that, hey, this country has a problem. The problem we have is we have a debt issue. This debt issue is disturbing us. We have bad governance issues. We need to correct something here. So let's move then. They go to the presidency. The other one is appointed prime minister. Faye remains as the president. What happens? In 2-3 years, they're already at odds. Why? Faye, being the president, now realizes, oh, wait a minute. Something is here that requires administrative spine.
Yeah.
Which, unfortunately, popular vote or popular interest will not understand. Because once you're elected president, you are now the president. You have to make decisions as a what? President. As a president. And we all know that the presidency is a club. In the whole world, once you enter the presidency, you have entered a club. And now you'll find yourself at a different level compared to anybody else. And advisors, IMF, World Bank, World, all of them tell you, presidents from former colonies or former colonizers coming to tell you, no, we can do this, we can do that. And the deals that are being made there are too secretive. In fact, in Kenya today, those secrets are declared top secret and you will never access them until 30 years after the regime has left. Can you imagine what Faye could have met when he was elected president? And his intelligence service now comes to him and tells him, so these are the things we're dealing with, Mr. President. Things that you didn't know as a politician running your mouth in the street. Do you understand? So the things now we are dealing with, one, is that the loan that we took is not $2 billion. It's actually 13 billion. But you cannot tell the people that it was 13 billion. Because if you say it was 13 billion, we are going to have civic disobedience. If you say it was 13 billion, or IMF is already coming for us. What they want is for us to have economic restructuring of our country. That means we're going to have layoffs. We're going to reduce parastatals. We're going to reduce government employees. We're going to reduce ABC. We're going to freeze development. What does that do for you? Is that the politicians are going to start making noise because the politicians don't have access to the classified information. But you as a president, you have the classified information. And also you've sworn an oath of secrecy that you cannot go around speaking about these things. So once you enter that club, you realize these are the realities you're dealing with. And now it is too difficult. You have a popular prime minister who, by the way, put you into power. What do?
He essentially said, Faye Tosha.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what do? You say, when a prime minister, and they talked, interestingly, unlike Kenya, those guys talked on phone. And they agreed that, I don't like the way you're moving. Faye told Osman Sonko, I don't like the way you're moving. This move is going to hurt me because of ABCD. Then Osman Sonko told Faye, then for me to move in that fashion, because PASTEF is the biggest party, and you still need to form government through PASTEF, then let's sit and talk. But you see, the president could not accept that because the advisors then, the sainthood around the presidency, then tells him no. Because now they too, the kitchen cabinet, they too understand that secret that now they've come to know, to understand after being briefed by the intelligence services there or by the economic, whatever, the superior guys there. What do? You have to push out a prime minister. What does the prime minister do? He goes out back into the streets. What does that do for you in a presidential system? You face political instability. When you face political instability, what happens is that your country is going down. Definitely, it's going down. Senegal, in West Africa, I know you know this better than all of us, is one of the most stable democracies that has never faced a coup since independence. For the first time, if not for this fellow called Osman Sonko today, they would be out in the streets. But the fellow has understood the level of power that he has. And he said, I'm not going to use this power to frustrate the presidency. We're going to use this power to still maintain the course. As much as now I'm coming into the National Assembly, we still have to steer the ship in the right direction, not to destabilize our nation. But how many prime ministers or how many ex-prime ministers will do that in Africa?
Difficult.
There are very few. Please.
Yep. But I hear you speak in terms of the challenges that we find ourselves in.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, if we have a system that works and individuals in these offices who swear to protect sovereignty of nations, then there is no problem. So are we saying that our problem then is the people we have in office, perhaps?
Well, if you study societies properly, you'll understand that societies operate around systems.
Mm-hmm.
And societies begin from families. In a family, there's a system. And the system is basically how things run. There are decisions that are made by children.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, children will always have desires. They communicate these desires either by crying or alternative means to their parents or guardians. Then their guardians will sit and ponder about these desires and see if they can meet the desires, then agree on how to meet these desires, okay? Now, once they agree, then somebody, either the mom, or it depends who holds the power, because in many families, mothers actually hold the power in decision making. You can't do anything, they will tell you. Pesa nani. Okay? So the mother decides. Now, societies also work in that manner. So the father in a family, for me, I always say, is the leader of that family. The final decision rests with the father. But the governor of the house is the woman. In fact, even you, I'm sure, in your house today, you cannot make many decisions of day-to-day running of that house. You cannot even buy a chair in that house unless your wife says yes.
Inshallah.
Even the quality. Oh, inshallah.
Politics.
So, now let's transpond that to the national scale.
Mm-hmm.
Are our problems system problems, or are they attitude problems in this country?